Hi students, today is Tuesday, June 16th, 2020 or 2020. All right, so let's get started with your assignments for today. So today, remember, you're gonna read independently for 20 minutes and you can break it up throughout the day. It doesn't all have to be in one sitting. For reading and writing, you have a Read Works article that you are going to read. Now, you can go to your Google Classroom and you can find the assignment there, or if you click on this link here, for Fun in the Sun, you'll have a PDF version that you can open up. The only thing about this version is that it can't be read to you. So if you want to have the computer read it to you, you're going to want to go to your Google Classroom and click on the assignment that has Fun in the Sun. After you read or listen to the article, you are going to then answer the questions. And here are the questions down here. So as you can see, there's about 6 of them. So you're gonna want to answer those. You don't need to write them down. You can just talk them out with yourself, with a stuffy, with a pet, or with another human in the household. Now for writing, we want you to write about what your favorite thing to do during the summer is and why. So find a piece of paper and write that down, draw a picture too. Okay, so now for science. Today you're going to be working on taking flight and migration and the paper airplane challenge. These are the worksheets that you can click on, but we're going to go ahead and go to our PowerPoint like we did yesterday, and we're going to talk about your worksheets for today. So here is one of them, the take flight and flying and migration. So I'm going to go ahead and read this to you so you know what it says. It says, families, your child has been learning about migrating and resident birds. This sheet offers information and activities so the whole family can enjoy birds too. So it says map your migration. We did a mapping activity yesterday, so I bet you'll already have an understanding of how to do this. Think of a common route you and your family take. Maybe this is your walk or drive to school, to a nearby park, or to a friend's house. If you were a bird, what landmarks would you look for to help you navigate this route? Is there a specific store, statue, or tree that you recognize? What if you had to look for those landmarks from a bird's eye view? Use the space below to draw a map from a bird's eye view, migrating from your home to a place you commonly visit. Feel free to use helpful tools such as Google Maps. I know for myself, when I have to drive to San Mateo and go to Meadow Heights, I do have a few houses and trees and landmarks that I definitely notice and have to look for in order to get there if I was flying. So some of those things, most of those things are on the 92 businesses that are there, fields that are there, and they do change throughout the year. So you could also make a note of that. I know for me, at the end of September, there's pumpkins all over the place, so my landmarks might change a little bit. Okay, let's go ahead and go to the paper airplane challenge. Okay, so here we go. Birds can cover thousands of miles in their spring and fall migrations, usually traveling the same route year after year. Even birds migrating for the first time know the way. How birds navigate during migration isn't fully known. We do know that different birds use different strategies. One strategy is recognizing landmarks. Other strategies include using sun, stars, and Earth's magnetic field as compasses. Okay, so let's look at this bird, the dark-eyed junco. This bird has several color variations that can be seen across the USA. Dark-eyed junco on the west coast may have more of a brown back compared to the slate-colored look in the east. However, they all have a pink bill and a white belly, which led to its nickname, snowbird. So here's your activity, the paper airplane challenge. So experiment with flight by making and testing different paper airplane designs. How will different materials, shapes, and sizes affect the plane's flight? What happens if you cut the ends of the wings in a zigzag shape, or throw the plane if you throw the plane into or away from a headwind, like a fan? Jot down some of your observations. Okay, So here is just, some ideas for a paper airplane. So this one's called uh, Active Soaring Wings, and it shows you how to fold that. And so if you want to do this one, then pause the video so you can see step by step. Here is another type of paper airplane that you can fold, the Turkey Vulture Passive Soaring Wings. So if you would like to do this version, feel free to pause the video so you can see all the steps. And then finally, here is another more traditional version of just a paper airplane. So if you would like to follow along with these directions, feel free to pause the video so you can follow along with the steps. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to math. Okay, so remember, we have full math activities directions in this link up here. I already have it open up here, so I'm just going to go ahead and click on this. But before I do, I just want to point out you've got a word problem share and solve activity with a Padlet included. You've got a shape hunt in and around your house, a count and learn nature walk, and then you've got some worksheets for standards review. Okay, let's go ahead and check out those activities and their descriptions. Okay, so for the Tuesday problem share and solve, you're going to come up with one or more word problems to add to the Padlet link that you see above. You can even pick a word problem that somebody else has come up with and solve that. You can just write your answer down on a piece of paper at home. You don't need to add your answer to the Padlet because we want everybody to be able to have the opportunity to solve. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this Padlet just so you can see what it looks like. So it's kind of fun. It's got a space theme, and I personally added a problem there if you wanted to solve it. And I added a cute little picture since we are talking about birds. Okay, let's go ahead and go back. So now we're going to do kind of a scavenger hunt, a shape hunt in and around your house. You could also do it in the backyard too. Whatever you want to do, be creative. Here are some shape hunt worksheets. You don't have to use these. You can make up your own. You can hunt for your own shapes. These are some 2D shapes, some plain shapes, P-L-A-N-E, which just means like flat. So you've got the square, circle, rectangle, triangle, and oval. And then down below, you've got your 3D shapes. Okay, so anyway, let's talk about what you can do for the scavenger hunt. You're going to search around your house for 2D and 3D shapes. See how many you can find, and also draw pictures of all of these shapes. Here are some bonus questions for you to think about and maybe talk about with your family. 1, do you notice a pattern with any shapes you see? 2, are there certain shapes that are used for certain things in the house? 3, why do you think certain shapes are used for certain objects? Okay, now our last one, our count and learn nature walk. Go outside and see what you find. Do you notice certain plants that grow flowers in clusters? How many flowers do you see in each group? How many groups of flowers can you count? What else do you see? As you stroll around your backyard or neighborhood with an adult, of course, look to see how many of certain things you see along the way. Decide before you leave what you are going to keep track of. Here are some examples: birds, leaves, a type of tree or plant, specific flowers, types of animals, etc. Anything that you want. If you want to challenge yourself, pick several things to keep track of. Okay, so those are your kind of fun activities, math activities for today. Let's go ahead and click on your worksheets for standards review. There are 9 pages in this one, just like yesterday. And again, they're just reviewing a variety of standards that we went over this year. Okay, and this page, the reason you don't see what standard is at the top, continuation from the standards yesterday. So I'm just going to kind of scroll through them really quick so you kind of get an idea of what there is. And so again, this one's pretty optional. We were trying to give you some more fun activities to do this week, more creative math activities, but if this is something you want to do, then go ahead and feel free and do this. I will not be reading these to you today. And let's go back, make sure we got everything. It looks like we did. So thank you, students. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll catch you in another video.